and Oskaloosa 17. Don't go away. Look what we have on the floor right now. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, your defending Class 3A state champions, Oskaloosa boys. A little bit different look for the Oskaloosa boys this year, of course. No Cole Henry, no Ryan Yates, no Austin Hafner. But we still have the guy you see right there, the big 7-footer, the Iowa State commit, Xavier Foster, and he is going to be a major force this year for the Oskaloosa Indians. I can't wait to see what the Indians bring to the table this year. So don't go away. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with our pregame for the high-flying, electrifying, defending state champion Oskaloosa boys. They are up next here on the Indians Network, presented by Craig Ford.
Whether you have great credit, not so great credit, or even no credit at all, everyone is welcome at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. And if your credit score is not so great or even bad, we have the vehicles with extra rebates and incentives to help you rebuild your credit and get you into a nice, dependable vehicle. So whether your credit is great or not so great, let my staff at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa help get you into a nicer, more dependable vehicle.
Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good, on or off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab. Kinetic Edge offers friendly and knowledgeable professionals who will get to know you and your goals, to help you get back to doing what you love in no time. Find out more at kineticedgept.com.
At Mahaska Health, our team is dedicated to caring for you through every season of life. Whether you are in need of a same-day appointment, preparing to expand your family, or about to undergo surgery with our excellent surgical staff, we are dedicated to helping you feel your best, today and every day. Recognized as a top 100 critical access hospital, we are continually driven to enhance the health and well-being of the communities we serve. Mahaska Health.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fairfield High School and the Wood Iron Grill Press Box here on the Indians Network, presented by Craig Ford. We are 8 minutes away from the introduction of the starting lineups for our defending state champ Class 3A Oskaloosa boys in their season opener, as tonight they will take on the Fairfield Trojans here on the road, a team they faced twice a year ago. Fairfield gave Oski everything they could handle in the season opener last year at home in Oski, 42-40. But then when it really counted in the sub-state final game at Mount Pleasant last year, it was all Oski. 58-37, the Indians dominated Fairfield to earn that trip back to Wells Fargo Arena, which of course resulted in this, a Class 3A state championship. I want to take you back to the conclusion of last season and the final seconds of Oskaloosa state championship win over the Norwalk Warriors. It went right down to the wire. Oskaloosa, of course, with a 4-point win to bring home their first ever state championship in boys basketball. This is how my partner, Doug DeCock, and myself called the action last season courtside at Wells Fargo Arena on what was then Oski News Live, presented by Thunder Country. So I'm going to hope you can hear this okay as we relive the final seconds of Oski State Championship a year ago.
10 seconds left in the state championship game. All right, Schultz, come on, buddy. Yes! Yes! He locked it down! Yes! 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 Oh, my, I'm Schultz. Big free throw, Isaac Schultz. 47-44 Oski. 10 seconds to go. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, Doug? Can you feel it, Double D? Oh, my, have some guys stepped up tonight. Unbelievable pressure play by some of our players. Holy cow. Oh, my gosh. Wow. One more free throw for Schultz out of the timeout. 47-44. Oski. 10 seconds to go and a free throw for Schultz coming. Holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to happen. I can feel it. So get ready. We're 10 seconds away from Oski winning their first ever state basketball championship. Get out the free throw. He got it. It's a two-possession game. 10 seconds to go. Bourne brings it up. Schultz with a steal. seconds. Thorne fires up a three. No good. Rebound, Henry. That's it. That's it. We've done it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Oskaloosa is your state champions. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Oskaloosa has done it, Double D. We are the 3A state champions, baby.
All right, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. That was the final seconds, as we called it last year, courtside at Wells Fargo Arena. Me and my buddy and partner, Double D Doug DeCock, as Oskaloosa brought home their first ever state championship in boys basketball. Can they do it again this year? We'll find out. It's a long road back to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, but we still have the Iowa State recruit 7-footer Xavier Foster, and he's going to be the guy that's going to have to get it done and lead us this year. We're going to have some new faces in the mix as well, and I want to welcome in here to the Wood Iron Grill press box. Joining me now, he's just back from the JV game where he was playing this evening. OVP student Joe Glasgow. Joe, good to see you. Thanks for coming.
It's good to see you too. I'm excited for the start of the season, obviously.
All right. Well, how'd the JV game go? How'd you do?
We lost. It wasn't too bad. We have some things we need to improve, and the freshmen pulled out a close win too.
All right. Well, that's good to hear. Well, you've been in practice. You've seen how things are going. You know kind of the scenario leading into this opener tonight for the boys. So tell me, how has practice been going, and what's been the focus, and what are you expecting on the floor this year for Oski boys?
Yeah, I've been fortunate to be with some varsity practices this year, and I know the big emphasis is on pushing the pace. And mainly, we haven't even conditioned as much as it's just been running the floor and trying to pick up the pace on offense. So I think you'll see a lot of that tonight.
All right, well, and I imagine obviously we're looking at ways to get the ball to Xavier, because you know that he's going to be swarmed, double, triple teamed at times, and you're going to have to find ways to free him up. What kind of things have they been working on to make sure that he's a force in the offense?
We have some great shooters on the team this year with David Nelson and Keaton Flaherty and other players like that. I think a big key is going to be shooting the ball. If we shoot the ball and keep them out of the paint, then I think Xavier could definitely get some looks with one-on-ones and even one-on-twos, because he's pretty much going to be triple and quadruple teamed quite a bit.
Of course, he a lot of pressure relieved when he finally made his announcement that he's going to go to Iowa State. I know it caught some people by surprise, including yours truly. I fully thought maybe he's going to go to Iowa, but nonetheless, I'm excited for him. I'll cheer for him as a Cyclone as well, but I think that relieved a lot of pressure from him. No more coaches coming in on a weekly basis and no more phone calls and things like that. He just gets to come out now and play basketball and enjoy his senior year and hopefully lead his team to another state championship.
Yeah, hopefully. We have a lot of talent this year, a lot of young talent, and I think this first game is going to be a good warm-up. I think we really need to come out and we need to, get some of these younger players some good looks and improve for the season.
Well, some of the new players we're going to see this year, Will Schultz is going to be our point guard, and of course he was the quarterback in football as well. He saw some time last year. He was a member of the team, didn't see a lot of floor time, but he's a sophomore, and he's going to be a big part of controlling the ball and the tempo this year. Obviously Xavier Foster, Noah Van Veldhuizen, Isaac Schultz. Colton Butler is going to be a much bigger part of the team this year as well. He brings his good size down low. How's Colton been looking preseason?
He's looking good. He finishes around the rim really well, and he's really good with getting position. That's one thing that's crucial about his game, and he's always done it. He's really good at getting position inside and finishing around the rim.
Other players we'll see throughout the season. Daryl Fain will be a name that we'll get familiar with. David Nelson. Keaton Flaherty, the transfer in from Pella Christian. He's the cousin of Isaac and Will Schultz. So at times this year, you're going to have, 3 family members out of the 5 players on the floor together with Isaac and Will Schultz. Will, of course, is a sophomore. Isaac is a senior. But then Keaton Flaherty, their cousin, who is a sophomore and enjoying his first year as an Oskaloosa Indian. And I understand he's a pretty darn good shooter, and we're going to need that. And it's going to be interesting to see how this team plays out as the season goes on. A lot of focus going to be on the 7-footer, but we're going to have a lot of role players this year. And just like last year, Joe, if they can accept their roles and play those roles well, that's what's going to lead us back to the well. We saw that late last year. Everybody finally kind of came into their roles, and it resulted in a state championship.
Yeah, Xavier's not going to win this game 1-on-5, and we all know that. It's going to take a full team effort to get through the entire season and get back to the goal, which is the state championship.
All right. Well, there you see the Oskaloosa huddle getting final instructions from Coach Parker. before the introduction of our starting lineups coming up. So some quick numbers from last year. Oskaloosa again won the season opener in Oski last year, 42-40, and then had their way with Fairfield in the sub-state final, 58-37 to get back to state. It's a whole new Fairfield team this year. They lost 7 seniors, including leading scorer and shot blocker and rebounder Austin Simpson. He is gone. Tristan Waugh, Colin Breen, Carson Kryl, Cole Engel, all huge parts of Fairfield's team the last 4 years, are gone due to graduation. So a lot of new faces, and it might take them some time, some growing pains, to figure out what kind of team they're going to be this year. Of course, Oskaloosa lost 5 seniors. Cole Henry, he's now at UNI, 19 points, 11 rebounds a game a year ago. Ryan Yates, 143 assists for the Iceman last year, 12 points. Austin Hafner, a big three-point threat. And then, of course, Austin Blythe and Tucker Irwin, who didn't see a lot of PT on the floor last year, but were big parts of the team as well as seniors. They're all gone to graduation, and several new faces this year for the Indians as well. So they are introducing these starting lineups as we speak. So as you see, the lights have gone dim, and Fairfield's going to hype up the crowd here with the introduction of their starting lineups, and now the gym's starting to fill up as well here as the boys get ready to take to the floor. So it looks like for Oskaloosa, it's going to be Will Schultz. Number 22 this year, I believe, is Isaac Schultz. He was 15 last year. Number 24, got to look that up.
That'll be Noah.
Okay, Noah Van Veldhuizen also switching numbers this year. So Noah Van Veldhuizen will be wearing number 24. And then, of course, number 34, Xavier Foster, and number 44, Colton Butler. That'll be the starting 5 for Game 1 this year for Coach Ryan Parker and the Oskaloosa Indians. Once again, Will Schultz, Isaac Schultz, Noah Van Veldhuizen, Xavier Foster, Colton Butler, your starting 5. For Fairfield, looks like they're going to go with number 2, and it's dark in here right now, so I can't see the names on my program. I'll get them to you in a minute. 2, 3, 5, 10, and 15 are the starting 5 for Fairfield. Again, as soon as they bring the lights back up, I'll let you know who those guys are. There we go. Got Ellen Ledger, Matthew Swanson, Carter Farrell, Landon Kukler, I believe is how you say it, and then Drew Martin will be the starting 5 for the Fairfield Trojans in their season opener this year. And if you're wondering who those 5 are, so are everybody else. They're brand new, and they're getting a chance to shine this year for the Fairfield boys. Fairfield coached by Mick Flattery. He's been here a long time, and of course Oskaloosa coached by Ryan Parker. So are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? It's time to open up defense of that Class 3A state title from a year ago. Oskaloosa boys ready to kick off their season here in Fairfield. Glad you are with us tonight here on the Indians Network, presented by Craig Ford, a partnership between Oski News, Thunder Country KIIC, and MCG, working in cooperation with Oskaloosa High School and the OVP program. I'm Jamie Brockman, and joined by OVP student Joe Glasgow here on commentary for the boys' game tonight in the Wood Iron Grill press box. Well, the opening tip, 7-footer Xavier Foster got the tip, and then Fairfield, I think, tipped it out of bounds.
Yeah, they tipped it right out there, and we'll get our first look at Oskaloosa. We're going to be in the half-court set, which I know we don't want to do a lot, but we're kind of forced to right now.
Got new uniforms for Oskaloosa this year as well. Here's Noah for 3. Can't connect. Rebound, Xavier Foster. Power move in the lane. 7-footer puts it up. No good off the glass. Got to hit those. Boy, he's not going to miss many offensive rebound opportunities like that. And there's a steal. Oh, almost had a breakaway opportunity, and Fairfield said, not yet, Mr. 7-footer, and they tip it away.
I think he was looking for a highlight already, only 30 seconds into the season.
All right, no score yet. We're 30 seconds in here on the Indians Network. I'm operating the scoreboard on your screen, so I apologize if I do fall behind at times tonight. It's because there's a lot of action. I'll do my best. Van Veldhuizen gets it to Will Schultz, top of the key, back to Noah. Noah feeds it down low to Foster. Foster goes in, no good, and a foul.
Yeah, Fairfield's running a zone, a 2-3 zone, which is going to open up a lot of shot opportunities. They're going to try to force anyone to beat them except Xavier.
So Foster will go to the free throw line to try for his first points this season. First free throw is no good, too strong.
That's one thing he needs to improve on from last year. At the free throw line, he did not shoot the best, so hopefully he can improve that this year.
Second free throw is no good. Foster misses them both. Long rebound chased down by Fairfield. So here come the Trojans, bringing it up the floor is Carter Farrell, guarded by Colton Butler. Kick it over in the left corner. They've got to look at a three. It is no good. Too much on that one by Ellen Ledger. Rebound, Will Schultz. And Will Schultz going to push that tempo. Nice haircut for Will Schultz. A little different look for Will, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people say he looks like Bowen Bourne now.
Here's Isaac Schultz, foot on the three-point line. He launches it, no good. Rebound, Fairfield. Both teams are cold to start here. We're still scoreless, a minute 17 into the game.
First game of the season, there's obviously going to be some poor shooting and lack of execution, and that's just one thing that improves as the season goes on.
Good defense in the paint there by Isaac Schultz, shutting down Martin. He has to kick it out. Here's a three in the left corner, and that is good by Fairfield. The Trojans strike first on a three ball.
And you'll also see a zone press that they like to run a lot.
And that was Landon Kukler on the three. And Oski answers with a three on the other end. Boy, back-to-back threes here. And that one was by Noah Van Veldhuizen. And three-pointers are brought to you by Eye Care Partners.
And that one was very deep. I think Noah's expanding his range a little bit this year.
Dr. Jim Ellis and his staff at Eye Care Partners and Penn Central Mall. Oh, nice pass down the lane. Give and go for the layup. That is Martin for two. Back and forth early here. 5-3. Fairfield leads it. 5:46 to go first quarter. Going to have a foul away from the basketball called on. It's going to be a foul on Quaker.
Another thing to watch is Fairfield has a couple freshmen that are really good and get some key playing time for them. And that they're going to be something to watch for the future because I know that freshman class is a really good one.
It's Landon Quaker is how you say the name, and he just picked up his second foul in the first 2 minutes. Oski with the ball. Colton Butler way out on the wing. Skips it clear over to Noah. Schultz to Schultz. Back to Will. Will floater down the lane. No good. Rebound dunk by Xavier Foster. Some of the Fairfield fans are asking for a goaltend, but not going to get it. First dunk of the season. The Dunkometer's at 1, ladies and gentlemen.
First of many this year. First of many.
5-5. Tie game. 5:13 to go in the first quarter.
They're looking to get a lot of back cuts. You'll see a lot of back screens in this game, too.
Here's a free throw line jumper, partially blocked by Foster. Foster's got a breakaway. He's going in, and they're going to strip him, and they're not going to let him go in and pull the rim down to the floor. Foster fouled hard. He'll go to the free throw line.
The Fairfield player put his body on the line for that.
Yep.
To stop that fast break. I don't blame him. I'd rather put him at the line and make him earn the two than give him an easy dunk.
Exactly, and he just missed 2 last time, so he's 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Foul charge to Carter Farrell, his first team foul number 3. Foster back to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Free throws are going to be important this year because he's going to be spending a lot of time at that line.
First free throw, good. There you go. X factor. He's got 3 early points. Oski regains the lead, 6-5. Just under 5 minutes to go first quarter. Second free throw, good. Nothing but net on both of those.
Evened it out, 2 for 4 on the night.
7-5, Oski leads, just under 5 minutes to go first quarter. Fairfield kicks it over left wing. Thought about a 3. He saw Foster coming toward him, and he stutter stepped and traveled.
Yeah, it looks like he almost started moving before he even touched the ball right there.
And again, that's what Foster does to opponents. I mean, he's just intimidating. You see him coming at you, and all of a sudden you start to think, and you travel, or you make a dumb shot or something like that.
Yeah, he's a big impact when anyone drives to the lane because you're always thinking, how high do I have to shoot this ball? Should I take it up? You know, just that extra mind game he brings with his height is a big factor.
Here's Noah Van Veldhuizen, right corner, puts up a 3, no good. Rebound tipped out off of Fairfield. It stays with Oskaloosa. Fairfield fans disagree. Fairfield fans aren't too crazy about that call. 4:33 to go. First quarter, 7-5 Oski. Inbound to Foster. Tried to put it off the glass, a little too high, no good. Rebound Fairfield.
They're going to be looking to get Xavier a lot of shots. I don't think anyone would be upset if he took 20-plus shots every night.
And there's a travel on the Trojans. That is the right call. Over there on the right side, he was kind of moving back toward half court and then was going to try a no-look pass in the lane, and he just kept the feet moving. That's the third turnover here on Fairfield. 4:20 to go first quarter. 7-5. Oski leads it.
Yeah, this press right here is pretty much designed to keep Aussie from pushing the pace like they want to.
Butler's going to be fouled there by Ellen Ledger, and that's going to be the 4th team foul already on Fairfield. Players coming in from the bench for the Trojans. Oskaloosa will inbound. Colton Butler will throw it in. 4:15 to go in our first quarter. 7-5 Oski. Ball stripped out of bounds from Schultz. It's off Fairfield. Drew Martin got a hand on it, tipped it out. And checking in, here comes Keaton Flaherty,
yep,
number 20.
And there are the 3 relatives right there.
Yep, you've got Isaac and Will Schultz, brothers. And then you've got the cousin, Keaton Flaherty. He's wearing number 20. Oh, there's a pass tip stolen by Fairfield. First turnover on Oskaloosa, but good recovery defensively by the Indians. Didn't give up the easy layup. Fairfield's got to work the ball around. Over on the left wing is Matthew Whitney.
Xavier's on a shooter right now, which might not be the best call because they're just trying to keep him out of the lane.
Timeout called by Fairfield here to make some adjustments. 3:51 to go in our first quarter. Oski leads at 7-5 here on the Indians Network, presented by Craig Ford. We'll keep it right here. And Joe Glasgow, just give me your thoughts. You're on the first 4 minutes of the season for the Indians.
You can't judge too much off the first 4 minutes because there's a lot of growing pains in the season. Where you're going to start to be able to judge this Oskaloosa team is about, I'd say, 5 or 6 games in when we're really settled in. But we just need to get Xavier more touches, I think, and really open up the lanes for shooters and push the pace like we really want to, because I think that's something we haven't been able to do so far.
All right, got to say hello to Coach Henry and Cole Henry. Coach Henry's listening in Oskaloosa tonight, and Cole Henry is listening in Cedar Falls. Good to hear from you, Henrys. Hope things are going well over at UNI for Cole. He's redshirting his freshman year.
They're off to a fast start this year.
Yeah, they're going to have a heck of a team. They, I tell you what, they are just killing it with recruits the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah, with Bowen Bourne coming in there next year, that's going to be a crazy duo once Cole is no longer a redshirt.
Oh, nice entry pass, and first rejection of the season denied by Foster. Rebound Oskaloosa. That was a great entry pass in the lane to Wheaton, and Foster denies. 3:26 to go first quarter. Will Schultz to Keaton Flaherty in the corner, back to Will. Will gets by his defender, drives in the lane, shot up no good. Rebound swatted out by Butler and controlled by Flaherty. Good job by Colton. Here's Isaac Schultz driving in now by everybody. Can't get it to roll off the rim. No good. Rebound Fairfield.
And those are early season shots that will start to fall later because I think that floater is going to be a really good shot for Will this year.
3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-5. Oski leads it over Fairfield. Well, they just cannot get in the lane at all, can they? There's a long shot up, no good by Whitney. Rebound Oskaloosa. Flaherty brings it up the court, dribble behind the back, gives it to Will Schultz, drive it in left side. Nowhere to go. Tried to kick it back out to his brother Ike in the left corner and threw it away. Only the second turnover, though, for the Indians.
Yeah, we have a lot of shooters on the floor right now with Keaton and David in there. And I know they can both shoot the ball really well. I'm curious to see who's going to take the ball up, though, with Will coming out.
2:25 to go first quarter. Oski 7, Fairfield 5. There's a three-point shot, no good. Partially blocked by David Nelson. Oskaloosa with the rebound. David Nelson in the game now. He wears number 30. Here's the lob down low, looking to Foster. And Foster is swarmed under the basket. And looks like we're going to have a foul.
Are we? No, we're not in the bonus.
Not yet. Team foul number 5.
I think at 6, is it 1 and 1?
7.
7, okay.
So who they charge that to? I think they're going to. Number 23. Okay, that's Whitney. His first, team foul number 5. Inbound to Foster. Catch, fadeaway shot, too strong. Rebound Fairfield. Foster.
He's off to a slow start tonight, but
3 points so far for 4 points rather. A basket and 2 free throws. Under 2 minutes to go first quarter. There's a drive down the lane and it's tipped away from behind by Foster. Goes off the knee of Fairfield, out of bounds. Great defense there by Foster, sneaking that hand in from behind.
One thing I like already about Xavier's game is he's staying out of foul trouble.
Yep.
And that is a huge key to this season because teams are gonna look to attack him simply to get him in foul trouble, get him off the floor.
On the floor right now for Oskaloosa, you've got Keaton Flaherty, Isaac Schultz, Colton Butler, David Nelson. He just put up that three. It's good. Another three-pointer for Oskaloosa, brought to you by the Penn Central Eye Clinic, Dr. Jim Ellis and his staff. That one is David Nelson for Oskaloosa, his first basket of the year, his first varsity basket. There's a three ball out of the corner for Fairfield, no good. Rebound to Butler, down the floor, looking to Foster, and staying with him is Drew Martin. And it's going to be tipped out by Martin. That's good defense by Martin right there.
That was really good defense. He ran the floor. The pass didn't quite get Xavier in stride, so he had to wait up, and the ball was hit out of bounds.
Oski leads it 10-5, a minute 24 to go in our first quarter. Isaac Schultz with the basketball. He wears number 22 this year. Here's Keaton Flaherty for three. Soft touch, but no good. Colton Butler with a big offensive rebound, but then he loses it as he's wrestled down out of bounds there on the baseline.
Oh, he's wide open in the corner.
And there's a three. That is good. Three-pointer answered by Fairfield. And that was Ellen Ledger with the three for Fairfield. Pulls them within two. 1 minute to go in the first quarter, and we've got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. You are watching Oskaloosa basketball, the season debut of our defending state champion, Oskaloosa boys. We'll be back right after this on the Indians Network, presented by Craig Ford. All right. All right, we are back here in the Wood Iron Grill press box.
They have Keaton Flaherty taking the ball up right now. I know he's a good ball handler.
I'm Jamie Brockman with OVP student Joe Glasgow here on the broadcast. Nice pass from Flaherty in the lane to Ike Schultz. Can't hit the jumper. Rebound, Xavier Foster goes up against three defenders. Count the basket and a foul.
That was a great finish right there, and it will send him to the line for the third time. If he knocks down a lot of free throws, he could be putting up a ton of points this season.
Foul charge to Carter Farrell, his second. One free throw coming for the 7-footer. Fairfield bringing some bodies in off the bench. 45 seconds remain in the first quarter. 12-8. Oski leads it. And one opportunity here for Foster at the free throw line. He's 2 for 4 so far tonight.
We're getting a Let's Go Hawks chant right now.
Fairfield student section letting Foster have it. And free throw a little too strong. Rebound, Fairfield. You're going to see this all year. Every single thing that Foster does that doesn't result in points, they're gonna scream chants at him.
Yeah, he just can't let it get to his head. I know he hasn't in the past, which is that's some mental toughness right there.
Shot no good by Fairfield. Rebound Oski. Here is Ike Schultz for three out of the left corner. No good. Long rebound. Ike tried to save it back in. Could not. And it's going Fairfield's way.
You know, being defending state champions, almost every possession that doesn't end in points, we'll hear a loud cheer from the opponents.
So I see Coach Parker talking to Ike as he comes down the court. Do they want him taking those threes?
I know he's a much improved shooter from last year. And he even showed the ability to knock some down when he was open last year. And I think they're just putting full confidence in him to take shots he believes he can make. Fairfield,
bounce pass to the right elbow, working against Schultz on defense. High bank shot off the glass is good by Drew Martin. Takes the score to 12-10. And a steal by Fairfield at the buzzer. A half-court shot is no good. Wow, action-packed first quarter. I got to catch the scoreboard up here, so hang tight. It is 12-10, Oskaloosa. And that is the end of the first quarter. 12-10, Oskaloosa leads it after 1 quarter of play. You are watching Oskaloosa basketball on the Indians Network, presented by Craig Ford. We will be back with the second quarter after this.
For nearly 40 years, Musco has specialized in the design and manufacture of sports and large area lighting solutions. From neighborhood ball fields to international speedways, Musco is committed to providing cost-effective lighting solutions and services you can rely on. For your budget, For the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
Every morning before my family and I head out the door for the day, we tell each other to be the one. It's a challenge we make to each other to step up and show kindness when we have the opportunity. I'm Mike Sitzma, funeral director here at Bates Funeral Chapel. I see families in some of their toughest times. However, I get to see our community at its best through the outpouring of love and support they show those affected by loss. I challenge you to join me and my family to look for opportunities daily to be the one.
All right, we are back in the Wood Iron Grill press box here at Fairfield High School with OVP student Joe Glasgow. I'm Jamie Brockman. 12-10, Oski leads it after one quarter. Thank you to all of our sponsors who make our coverage possible this school year for Oskaloosa. We are underway, second quarter. Fairfield has possession to start. Three-pointer no good. Offensive rebound. And then almost a steal there by Isaac Schultz, being aggressive on defense, tips it away.
Fairfield's playing really well to start the game. They're not making a lot of mistakes, and we are right now, and that's why this game's close.
Keaton Flaherty pressure in the inbound there and got a finger on it, tipped it away. So Fairfield will inbound it now from the baseline. 7:43 to go first half. 12-10, Oski with a 2-point lead.
They're looking to keep Xavier out of the paint. You can see that a lot. They'll often send someone to the corner, and then they'll end up having an open shot.
Well, Ellen Ledger drove in there, saw Foster, and quickly kicked it out. And what'd they call there?
I believe it was a travel. I'm
okay.
not sure.
I didn't see the call. I apologize. Fifth turnover there on Fairfield. 7:30 to go first half. Oski 12, Fairfield 10. There is David Nelson. Gives it off, and Noah Van Veldhuizen gets the layup.
I know he's not too confident in his layup skills, so that's nice to see right there.
14-10 Oski, 7:15 to go first half.
They're slowing the pace down, which is what Oski does not want to do.
Again, a lot of new faces for Fairfield. They graduated all their. Oh, he spun and lost it. Taken away by Nelson, going the other way. And then as Nelson tried to get position to go up for the layup, he dribbled it right off his knee out of bounds. Gives it right back.
Yeah, Coach Parker's not too happy with that one. He didn't think he had his feet set in time.
14-10, Oski leads at 6:55 to go in the first half.
Got to capitalize on some turnovers from Fairfield because they haven't made too many to start this game out.
Fairfield with 6 team fouls, by the way. Oski is in the bonus the rest of the first half. Oski has not committed a foul yet. Love that.
Yeah, that's actually really good to hear.
Here's a three-pointer from the left corner. Good by Carter Farrell. Carter Farrell for three, his first basket of the night. Fairfield hanging in. Down one, 14-13. Look at the drive to the hoop by Flaherty. Puts it up a little short. Rolls off the rim. Rebound, Trojans.
That was a really good take right there, though. That fake pass got him wide open for a layup.
Trojans down one, looking for the lead here. Get around Foster in the lane. They kick it out. And here is Ledger for three. No good. Rebound, Xavier Foster. Foster brings the ball up the floor. He's going to take a 30-foot shot. It's good. Holy cow. Foster, the 7-footer from a good 22, 23 feet out at least.
Oh, man, he pulled that up from Mount Pleasant, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that was even in this gym.
That's presented by, again, Penn Central Eye Clinic and Dr. Jim Elson and his staff at Penn Central Eye Clinic in downtown Oskaloosa at Penn Central Mall. Foster now with 9 points in the half. I saw him shooting there in pregame warm-ups. I didn't think we'd see him take one in the game, but
yeah, he's got some range, and there's another three.
And there's another three by the X Factor. Back-to-back three balls for Xavier Foster.
He's got a stroke. He really does, and that's why they've talked about him possibly playing like the 3 or 4 at the next level, just because of the way he can shoot the ball and stretch the floor.
Oskaloosa's on an 8-3 run here in the second quarter, and they've opened up a 20-13 lead. Back-to-back threes by the X Factor, Xavier Foster, including about a 27-footer.
Hopefully this starts to get the momentum and the energy up for Oski.
Fairfield inbounds. Good job defending by Oskaloosa. They got to throw a long inbound clear across the court. Trojans now trying to set something up offensively. They're
looking to drive and kick a lot. especially with Xavier wanting to be in the paint. Usually they try to find that as a weakness and get an open three-pointer.
Down to the left baseline, drive in, shot is good off the glass. That is Ledger. He has 5 points on the night. And Fairfield pulls back within 5 at 20-15. Here's a three on the way, no good by Nelson. Rebound Schultz, back up, no. Rebound Foster, back up, yes. 2 offensive rebounds there by the Indians, finished by Foster.
And that slow start by Xavier has turned into a hot one in the second quarter, which is really good to see.
14 points now for Foster. 4:26 to go. First half, Oskaloosa with a 22-15 lead. And there's a steal taken away by Nelson. Nelson brings it all the way, gives it to Foster. Another three, no good that time by Foster.
You can tell there's some urgency on the Fairfield side after those threes were hit. I knew it'd make a difference in the game.
Now ball loose in the lane, and whistle blows. I think they're going to call Oski for a foul, it looks like, on the baseline.
You could see where Fairfield was really starting to do good and run their offense was when they slowed it down, had quite a few passes per possession. And now that they are in a hole, they should pretty much do the same thing, but they just started to speed it up and turn the ball over quite a bit.
Foul, I believe, was on, Noah Van Veldhuizen. His first, team foul number 2. Inbound, tipped away,
Another
stolen.
turnover.
Will Schultz, now Oski with a breakaway opportunity. David Nelson all alone for the layup. Off the steal, good assist pass down the floor there by Will Schultz. David Nelson gets his 5th point of the game, and Fairfield takes timeout. 3:57 left to go in the half. Oskaloosa leading it now, 24-15 over Fairfield. You are watching Oskaloosa basketball. The defending state champ Oskaloosa boys with a 24-15 lead. 3:57 left to go in the first half.
Go Hawks! Go Cyclones!
Go to Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa for all things black and gold and cardinal and gold. It's one of the largest collections of sports gear for both teams anywhere in the state. Mahaska Drug has it all. It's a fun store to shop, loaded with ideas to make life a little entertaining, a little more enjoyable, and it's all in one store.
Hawkeyes! Cyclones! Hawkeyes! Cyclones!
Let everyone know with Hawkeye and Cyclone merchandise from Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's big, really big.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
And we're back in Fairfield at the Wood Iron Grill press box with Joe Glasgow, OVP student. I'm Jamie Brockman. Turnover followed by turnover. Oski got a turnover on a tip pass stolen away by Foster, and then we throw it away on the other end. That's turnover number 5 for Oskaloosa. Indians still lead 24-15, 3:37 to go in the first half. Oski on a 12-5 run in the second quarter.
We're really forcing Fairfield to play our game right now. They're really getting out of what they want to do and moving into what we want to do, and that's why we've had quite a bit of success in the second half, or second quarter.
Fancy dribbling there, going one-on-one against Will Schultz. Will stayed with him on defense, and then Fairfield throws it away. Another steal by the Indians, and now Foster will walk the ball up floor. How often do you see a 7-footer bringing the ball up the floor? Tried a behind-the-back dribble there, had it tipped away right into the hands of Schultz. Back to Foster, long shot, rattles in for the X Factor. That's a 3. No, it's a 2. It's a 2. He was foot on the line.
About as deep a 2 as you can get, though, that's for sure.
26-15. Here's a long shot by Fairfield trying to answer. No. Foster grabs the rebound for the Indians. Long pass down the floor to Ike Schultz. Great job of hesitating, letting the defender fly by, and 2 points for Isaac Schultz.
Well, that looked like a touchdown right there. A deep throw and a nice catch by Isaac there to finish the fast break.
Indians now with a 13-point lead, 28-15. Actually, I think they did give Foster 3, so I'm going to add 1. 29-15. They did give Foster 3. His third three-pointer of the first half. And now another rebound for Foster. He dribbles the ball down the floor, gives it to Noah Van Veldhuizen. Noah going in, or that's Colton Butler rather. Colton Butler takes it in left side on the assist from Foster for the 2. And Oskaloosa now on fire. 31-15. The Indians leading by 16. They are on a 19-5 run in the second quarter. 2:13 to go in the half. And it's all Oski right now, Joe. Things are looking good.
Yeah, that's another thing that they need to do in the early season is find groups that work well together. And I know we've seen that in the past where he'll sub in certain groups for certain situations. And I think this group out here right now is really working hard, and they're putting the ball in the basket.
Foster with 19 points now in the first half. It was kind of a slow first quarter for the X Factor, but, boy, he has lit it up here in the second quarter. 19 points now for Foster, and Oski leads at 31-15. Foster has 19, Noah Van Veldhuizen with 5, Isaac Schultz, Colton Butler each with 2, David Nelson with 5. That's the scoring for Oskaloosa. Oski with 5 turnovers compared to 9 unofficially for Fairfield. Oski out rebounding the Trojans 14-11 right now. Falling down the lane there was Drew Martin, able to keep his dribble to avoid the turnover. Now David Nelson, in-your-face defense, trouble for Fairfield. They're going to throw it off the foot of an Oskaloosa player and maintain possession. But, boy, that was in-your-face defense right there, Joe.
Yeah, that was great defense right there. And I know Coach Parker and the entire Oskaloosa staff likes them to keep up the defensive intensity always.
Fairfield inbounds in front of the Oski bench. Oski will be home on Friday night against Grinnell to open up little Hawkeye Conference play. And there Martin got boxed in on the baseline and able to throw it off of Foster to keep possession. 1:47 to go, first half. 31-15, Oski leads it. Inbound by Fairfield, they throw it away. That's going to be an over and back. Oh, nope, you can do that on the inbound, can't you?
Luckily.
But now they got to go 80 feet instead of about 30. Driving in the lane. Nelson swatted at it. I think he got him on the arm, and they're going to call Nelson for the foul. That'll be the first foul on David Nelson. Actually, his second, excuse me. Second foul on Nelson. Team foul number 3.
The team morale seems down for Fairfield. They're just trying to rush everything, and you can tell they're getting a little frustrated with what they're trying to do.
Shooting 2. First free throw is too strong. No good. That is Ledger at the free throw line. Elon Ledger. He's a senior. No good on the first. 31-15, Oskaloosa with the advantage. 1:35 to go in the half. Fresh body in for Fairfield as Landon Koiker comes back in, number 10. Second free throw for Ledger is no good. Missed them both. Colton Butler with the rebound. Here comes Flaherty pushing it up the court. Flaherty's going to take a 3. It's good. Another Penn Central Eye Clinic 3 ball. This time for Keaton Flaherty.
I know they don't have a problem with him shooting it at any time. He can definitely knock the ball or knock the shots down.
That is 6 3-pointers in this first half for Oskaloosa, Joe. 6.
This team can really spread the floor. With Noah, Keaton, David, Xavier, they can really shoot the ball well.
And there's a ball on the baseline that is loose and out of bounds, and it's off Fairfield. It is Oskaloosa basketball. Turnover number 10 unofficially on the Trojans as Colton Butler gets a breather. Isaac Schultz back in, so you've got Noah Van Veldhuizen inbounding. He does to Will Schultz. You've got Isaac Schultz out there, Keaton Flaherty, and then Xavier Foster. Under a minute to play, first half. 34-15 Oskaloosa with a 19-point lead. Foster with the top of the key. Oh, beautiful pass in the lane to Schultz. Schultz can't get an open look, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Oskaloosa. Foster, another deep 3. Too strong that time. And rebound will be secured by Fairfield.
We've only had a 7-man rotation so far in this game. I want to see if Parker decides to go deeper into his bench in the second half.
24 seconds remain in the half. And Fairfield's going to pull it out here and hold for a final shot, it looks like, with Oskaloosa leading 34-15. So they're going to dribble this down to about 10 seconds, then start the motion. Here we go. Quaker drives, and dangerous pass. Fairfield's got to hurry. 2 seconds. They get down to the baseline. They're going to call a foul on Noah Van Veldhuizen. Oh, man, I don't know about that.
Yeah, this gives them a chance to get a quick shot off on an inbound play.
His second foul on Noah. team foul number 4. Fairfield will inbound with 1.2 seconds left in the half. Got to hurry. Barely get it in, and it's tipped out of bounds by Will Schultz. So they're going to have to inbound again with 0.6 of a second left.
I don't even know if they have time to get a shot off right here.
It's a catch and shoot if
that.
If that. Keaton Flaherty applies the inbound pressure, and they do get it in,
wow.
And it's going to be a 3 drained at the buzzer by Koiker. Koiker drains a 3 at the buzzer. Wow. Fairfield will take that. So 34-18 is going to be your halftime score. Oskaloosa with the lead. We're now at halftime. Again, I apologize. I didn't get the quarter changed on the scoreboard. So we are at halftime, and it's Oskaloosa 34 and Fairfield 18. 16-point Oskaloosa lead. The Indians outscored Fairfield in the second quarter 22-8 to open up this 16-point lead. We'll take a quick break here on the Indians Network presented by Craig Ford. When we come back, I'm going to chat with Oskaloosa girls coach J.C. White, get her thoughts on the girls contest tonight that started us off. And then we'll go through your first half stats and get things set up for an exciting second half to come with the Oskaloosa boys leading 34-18 at halftime over Fairfield. Don't go away. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Come experience Penn Central Mall. With a variety of shops, services, restaurants, and more, Penn Central is the place to go for all your shopping and entertainment needs. Grab a gourmet grilled cheese at Wanderlunch, shop the latest trends at Maurice's, find the perfect gift at Gardner Collier, or enjoy a night out with ice cream and retro arcade games at Old School Pinball and Arcade. Penn Central also has numerous public events scheduled throughout the year to provide fun for the whole family. Find them on Facebook to stay up to date with deals and upcoming events. Walk, shop, enjoy. Penn Central.
Rush may be an electrician, but he's hardwired to be a dad. Amy is a stay-at-home mom who keeps her family in motion. Together with Noah and Will, they play tough, laugh often, and love always. An economical home equity line from Midwest One helps Rush and Amy stay in the game. They use portions and save the rest for the next play. When your goal is family, trust Midwest One for simply better banking.
This way, if you can. Great. All right, we are back here in Fairfield in the Wood Iron Grill press box. I'm Jamie Brockman, and Oskaloosa enjoying a 34-18 lead here at halftime over Fairfield. And again, a big second quarter by the Indians. 22-8 run to open up this 16-point halftime lead, and 6 3-pointers in the half by the Oskaloosa Indians. Trying to there you go. Slide this way a little more. There we go. I'm joined up here in the Wood Iron Grill press box. There she is, by Oskaloosa girls basketball coach J.C. White. And, to start the night, not the night Oskaloosa girls were hoping for, as they fall 56-17 to Fairfield. And, Coach, obviously not the night you wanted. Let's break it down quarter by quarter. First quarter, you led most of the quarter, and then Fairfield got the lead there late in the quarter. So tell me about the start of the game and how you felt there.
The start of the game was pretty good. You know, we had ourselves in position. We weren't really executing game plan well offensively, but, you know, we stayed in it. And then late in the first quarter is kind of where it started getting away from us with lack of execution on the offensive end, lack of execution on the defensive end, and it kind of just snowballed from there.
Yeah, second quarter turnovers started to add up, and that's something that, you know, you've struggled with the last few years. I thought last Tuesday much improved in that category. Not the case tonight. What do you think the reason was? Different defense or?
I don't know. You know, we've been practicing and looking like we've been taking care of the ball much better. Tonight, you know, we came out kind of flat and just couldn't handle it. And it wasn't pressure that we don't see at practice versus our JV girls. They give us a good look at pressure. It was just, you know, thrown into hands and stuff that we've talked about for 3 years now. We got to take care of the basketball and just silly mistakes.
Got outscored in the second quarter 13-5, and you were down 24-12 at halftime. So what adjustments did you talk about at halftime? What were you trying to, change up there in the second half?
We talked about just not being passive on the offensive end. You know, we were just content with passing it around the arc and dribbling around the arc. We weren't getting the ball inside. Our game plan was get the ball in the post, and we really didn't do that. We were thrown into hands. So what we talked about at halftime, we really didn't come out and do. it just wasn't our night.
Yeah, I think we had 10 turnovers in the first couple minutes of the third quarter, and held scoreless in the third quarter, got outscored 21-0. That obviously was the difference maker in this game. And then fourth quarter, outscored 11-5. But so what was your discussion post-game then? I mean, after a game like this, obviously everybody's frustrated. What do you talk about at halftime, or do you just hold that talk until later?
A little bit of both. You know, you got to come in and say something positive and highlight something good, but you know, this isn't a game that we really had a lot of positives in. There were a few things here and there, but overall it just wasn't good. I asked the girls, and it's nice when you can come in and the girls recognize where we missed it tonight, and so we kind of just talked it through, and said, you know, we got to get back after it tomorrow.
Yeah, you got 2 days to regroup and iron some things out and fix some things, and then you're going to be home Friday night, home opener, conference opener against Grinnell. Grinnell has been a power the last 3 years. A little bit of a different Grinnell team this year. A lot of those big girls are gone now. What are you expecting out of the Tigers?
They'll still shoot really well. You know, they're going to put up shots from the three-point line. They're going to put up mid-range jumpers. We've just got to execute on the defensive end and take care of the ball against pressure. They're going to press us, and we got to do a better job of that.
All right. Well, anything else you want to add about the game tonight? Or, you know, I guess let's just go this way. You started out 1-0. Great game last Tuesday at Centerville. Tonight, struggled, kind of went back to the old ways. How do you feel overall about this team? I mean, what do you? Is this a team you think can turn things around this year?
Oh yeah. You know, tonight was probably our most off night I've seen since we started practicing. So I'm not discouraged at all by it. A lot of these girls, you know, we're just not as experienced, and so, you know, we get to have an off game. We can't expect perfection night in and night out, and it's good for us to be able to handle that and be able to play through adversity. So we'll get back after it, and I'm not worried about it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming up. I know it's always tough after a loss, but thank you for doing it, and we'll see you Friday night. Hopefully we can turn it around against Grinnell.
Thanks, Jamie.
All right. That is J.C. White. She's the head girls basketball coach of Oskaloosa. They started off the night tonight with a off night as they fall to Fairfield to start the night. Again, the final score was 56-17 as Oskaloosa girls fall to 1-1 on the year, and Fairfield starts out 1-0. So back to the boys. We are at halftime, and Oskaloosa enjoying a 34-16 lead, 34-18 lead rather, a 16-point lead at halftime. And I just want to look at some of the first half numbers here, and we'll do that with our Remax recap. So Joe Glasgow gets the headset back, and he'll chime in too a little bit here. But as we look at the first half numbers, you know, first quarter it was pretty even, you know, which you might expect in a season opener with a lot of new faces on both sides. But it was 12-10 Oskaloosa after one quarter. And second quarter then, Xavier Foster started it off with hitting that 30-foot three-point shot, nothing but net. He hit another three shortly after that, and it seemed like the air just kind of came out of Fairfield at that point, and Oskaloosa cruised to a 22-8 quarter to open up this 16-point lead. So obviously it took Oski a bit to get going, Joe, and you expect that in a season opener, but I think they finally kind of got their groove going there second quarter.
Yeah, that was really good to see this early in the season for them to get off to a hot start in the second quarter. Yeah, you can't really expect a team as young as them to get out to such a hot start in the first quarter, but I'm glad they picked it up and were able to get it going in the second quarter.
Absolutely. So looking at some of the numbers unofficially, I've got Oskaloosa with just 5 turnovers in the first half. I thought they took pretty good care of the basketball.
Yeah, especially with how they're trying to push the pace this year. 5 turnovers and a half is not too bad at all.
I had Fairfield with 10 turnovers unofficially. Rebounding, I've got Oskaloosa with 16 and Fairfield with 12. Scoring-wise, at the break, and we need to adjust a little bit. They've got Xavier Foster. They had him with 17. I had him with 17. They had him with 19. They've corrected it now. They show Xavier Foster with 17 points in the first half, including 3 Penn Central Eye Clinic three-pointers by Xavier Foster in the first half. Noah Van Veldhuizen has 5 points. Isaac Schultz with 2. Colton Butler with 2. David Nelson in his first varsity experience with 5 points. And Keaton Flaherty with a big three-pointer there in the first half as well. So again, 6 threes drained in the first half by Oskaloosa. For Fairfield, Ledger has 5 points. Farrell with 3, Quaker with 3, and Drew Martin with 4 points at the break. Again, your halftime score is Oskaloosa 34 and Fairfield 18. So we'll bring myself and Joe back on camera here and Wood Iron Grill press box. And Joe, what do you think Oskaloosa needs to do in the second half?
More of the same of what they did in the second quarter. I think they need to take Fairfield out of their game and make them play ours, which is a little bit more up-tempo than they want to do.
All right, well, the halftime clock is winding down, and teams now back at their respective benches getting final instruction here to come out for the second half. So we're glad you're with us tonight here on the Indians Network, watching the stream on indiansnetwork.tv. You can also view it on MCG Cable Channel 7 if you're an MCG Cable subscriber as well. I'm Jamie Brockman. Joe Glasgow, OVP, Oskaloosa High School student, joining us here on the commentary. As we get ready for the second half, Oski will come out with the same starting 5. Will Schultz, number 4. Colton Butler, number 44. Isaac Schultz, number 22. I'm going to have to get used to that this year. Number 22. Noah Van Veldhuizen wearing number 24. And, of course, 7-footer Xavier Foster wearing number 34. And Oski does have possession to start the third quarter. So here we go. We are underway. Will Schultz controlling the ball to Xavier Foster. Foster skips it over in the right corner to Noah, who drains a 3. The assist to Foster. Three-pointer, number 2 of the game for Noah Van Veldhuizen.
Noah loves his corner. Do not leave him open over there. And I don't see him missing much when he gets the ball there.
And there's a steal by Isaac Schultz. He's going one-on-one the other way. Flips it up and good. Schultz with the 2 off the steal.
Already off to a fast start, pushing the pace already. I like to see that.
So Oski on a 5-0 run here early in the first 30 seconds of the third quarter. Here's a 3 trying to answer by Fairfield, and they do from the right corner. That is Quaker, his second 3 of the game.
If Fairfield's going to get back into this game, they're going to have to shoot their way back in.
All right. So going the other way off a turnover there. I was looking down there, didn't see who scored that basket, but it's a 2 for Fairfield. Now they apply a little press, and they almost came up with the steal, but they flip it right back to Isaac Schultz. Now Foster, step back 3. It is good. Step back 3 for the 7-footer. Holy cow.
What a shot right there. His stroke is so smooth. You can see that with every shot he takes.
4 threes in the game for Foster. 42-23, there's another steal. Foster going the other way against 3 players. Puts it up too strong. No good. There's a steal by Will Schultz. Throws it right back to Fairfield. Boy, both teams flying all over the floor here in the third quarter. 42-23 your score. 6:15 to go, third quarter. Now we slow it up a little bit, get some offense rolling. 3 again, and that time it is Ledger for 3 for Fairfield. It's a 3-point shootout here in the third quarter, Joe.
Yeah, the way we're shooting the ball, I think that might be okay.
Foster, another 3. No good.
Possibly.
As he's knocked down to the floor right in front of the front row of Fairfield fans. He's barking at the ref coming down the other way, wanting a foul called. Not going to get it.
I think there probably should have been a foul call right there. He did run into him while he was still in the shooting motion.
Fairfield for 3 again out of the left corner. Nope. Rebound Noah Van Veldhuizen. Will Schultz now bringing the ball up the court. Into the hands of Noah Van Veldhuizen. Noah's got a little beard action going, doesn't he?
Yeah. I don't know how long he's been working on that, but.
Well, it was No Shave November, so.
Oh, that's true.
Here's Colton Butler in the lane. Dishes off to Ike Schultz. Schultz across the baseline to Foster. Foster hacked as he puts up a 15-foot jumper. No good. But back to the free throw line goes Foster.
He's been heading back to his home for the season, the free throw line.
Foul charge to Kyle Jeffrey. Fairfield, his first, team's first. Fairfield students trying to rattle Foster. First free throw is too strong.
Well, he better be best friends with that line by the end of the year because he's going to be spending a lot of time with it.
Yes, he is. 42-26. Oski leads by 16, 5:18 to go third quarter. Let's go Hawks chant going again by the Fairfield students. Second free throw good by Foster. Gives him 21 points now, 24 points.
Did he even score that many in a game last year?
Maybe once.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the difference with our focus this year is without Cole Henry is to get Xavier as many shots as possible.
5 minutes to go, third quarter. Double dribble called on Fairfield. All right, so just a quick maintenance notice here for everybody. Those of you that have been watching on MCG Channel 7 tonight, they are having technical difficulty. MCG is having some technical difficulties picking up our broadcast. The stream is clear and good to go from Fairfield. So the best way to watch the action tonight, if you want to spread the message to the rest of the folks out there, is on indiansnetwork.tv. You can stream it on any device, indiansnetwork.tv. We're having no issues there. There are some technical difficulties with MCG Channel 7 tonight, so we apologize for that. But the best platform to watch tonight is indiansnetwork.tv. Spread the word. All right. Here comes Keaton Flaherty checking in for Oskaloosa, giving Will Schultz a breather.
We have a bigger look on the floor right now with Will coming out. That's something I think Oski's going to work with a lot this year.
Oh, nice backdoor cut there, and reverse layup is good by Ledger. That was a pretty looking play. 42-28, Oski leads it. 43-28, excuse me. 15-point Oski lead. 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Van Veldhuizen passes along the baseline to Foster. Foster has it stolen away from him, and then Fairfield looking for a break the other way, throws it right back. Keaton Flaherty now slows it up, getting a bit out of control. We'll kick it out to Isaac Schultz and reset. Oh, Flaherty just about popped a 25-footer there. Didn't pull the trigger.
He has a really good pump fake, I know that. It's almost Spencer Tucker-esque, the way he pump fakes with his shots.
We're going to have a timeout on the floor, taken by Coach Parker. So 3:47 to go in the third quarter. Oskaloosa 43, Fairfield 28. Fairfield actually outscoring Oski right now 10-9 at this point in the third quarter. So once again, some technical difficulties on MCG's end tonight. We apologize for that, those of you trying to watch on Channel 7. The best platform to watch uninterrupted is indiansnetwork.tv, which, of course, is a partnership between Oski News, Thunder Country KIIC, and MCG. And here's a look at our fine sponsors that are on board helping make our broadcast possible the entire school year, 2019-2020. Thanks to all of them. With Joe Glasgow, I'm Jamie Brockman. We're in the Wood Iron Grill press box here at Fairfield High School. 3:47 to go, third quarter. Oski to inbound out of the timeout right in front of the Indians bench. Butler throws it into Flaherty. Flaherty goes down the lane. Finger roll up, no good. Offensive foul called there on Flaherty.
That was a good move right there off the pick and roll to get to the center of the floor. I like to see him attack.
First personal foul on Flaherty, team foul number 2. Fairfield working the ball around. Koiker with it. Over into the corner. 3-ball on the way. Way too strong on that one. Rebound, Isaac Schultz. He comes out wanting to run. Isaac Schultz going down the floor. Another offensive foul. Yep. No doubt on that one.
Yeah, he set up from the time. Isaac pretty much caught at the three-point line, so can't blame him for the charge call right there. You can't blame the Oski players for being aggressive and taking it to the hoop, too. That's a foul you can almost live with.
So Coach Parker now taking Isaac out of the game. And in his place comes David Nelson.
It looks like he went out of bounds right there.
Yeah,
on the catch.
I think he just stepped on the baseline, yeah. 3:09 to go, third quarter, 43-28. Top-ranked defending state champ Oskaloosa Indians with a 15-point edge in their season opener. Here is Flaherty, free throw line, thought about the shot, kicks it over to Foster, right wing, 3-ball. That is number 6 long range tonight for the X Factor. 6 3-balls. And he's given Dr. Jim Ellison, the Penn Central Eye Clinic, their money's worth tonight on the three-pointers.
Yeah,
and there's a nice turnaround in the lane, good by Fairfield.
He's been unconscious from 3 tonight. Something we didn't really see. I mean, we saw him shoot the ball last year pretty effectively, but nothing like this.
No, nothing like this. I got him now with 27 points. Yep, that matches what the scoreboard shows. 27 points for Foster so far, but 6 3-pointers. 2:38 to play third quarter. Oski now with a 16-point lead, 46-30. Fairfield trying to press a bit. Oh, good footwork there. Balance right at the half-court line by Nelson. Van Veldhuizen pops a three, no good. Chased down in the corner by Fairfield.
Yeah, he toe-tapped right there. Looked like a receiver on the sideline.
Yes, he did. Pass in the lane by Fairfield. They kick it out for a three, left corner, and that is good. And that is Whitney. Three-pointers are flying tonight here, both sides at the Fairfield gym. There's a nice pass from Van Veldhuizen to Butler down the lane. Butler finishes.
You know, you put too much focus on Xavier, Colton will sneak in there for a bucket.
Might go unnoticed, but Butler's playing pretty good defense tonight, too.
Yeah, we're playing pretty good defense as a whole.
Another three. Won't go this time for Fairfield. Foster grabs the rebound. Fairfield, Whitney is saying, hey, he's all over my back. Wasn't really over his back. He's just 8 inches taller than him.
Yeah.
And there's a dunk by Foster. Second dunk of the night.
Believe it or not, 7 foot has its advantages.
The dunkometer's now at 2, folks. 50-33. Foster now 29 points. Oh, almost threw it away in the lane. And they got Foster in the air that time, and nice hesitation by the shooter. Foster gets the foul. It's only his first foul, I believe. Yeah. No, they're going to call it on Butler. Wow.
Does Xavier have 0 fouls right now?
Yeah, no fouls on the big guy. And then Butler just picked up his first.
As a rim protector through 3 quarters with no fouls, that is a great sign. Just shows his discipline.
Yes, it does. At the free throw line for Fairfield is Maxwell Wheaton, and he hits the first. So again, I want to say hi to former Indian Cole Henry. He is listening tonight at UNI in Cedar Falls. Great to have you listening tonight, cheering on the Indians, Cole. His dad, Coach Henry, William Penn coach, also listening and watching tonight. Wheaton knocks down both free throws. One of my broadcast partners, Double D Doug DeCock, is watching and listening tonight as well. I know there's more, but those are a few that have let me know they're out there tonight. 50-35, Oski leads it by 15, a minute 13 left, third quarter. Little pressure by Fairfield. Oski breaks it nicely. Good job by Ike Schultz to hold the ball there and let his teammates catch up. 1 minute remains, third quarter. Van Veldhuizen, deep three on the way. It's good! Another long three. Noah Van Veldhuizen from long range, his third three of the game. Another Penn Central Eye Clinic 3-ball, sponsored by Jim Ellis and his staff at Penn Central Eye Clinic, Penn Central Mall, Oskaloosa. There's a turnover, steal by Oskaloosa.
If we can shoot the ball like this every night, we're going to be a difficult team to defend, I'll tell you that.
37 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Flaherty has the ball tipped away from him on the baseline. Fairfield comes up with a steal. Fairfield can hold for a final shot here. 27 seconds to go, but they're down 18. Biggest lead of the game for Oski, 53-35. And there's a steal by Flaherty. Flaherty, he's got Foster trailing him, throws it up, alley-oop dunk for Foster! Beautiful dish on the oop from Flaherty to the X Factor. I love it. 14 seconds remain, third quarter. 55-35, a 20-point lead now for Oski. And they call Foster for a technical for hanging on the rim. Come on.
I think that's one you can live with if you're Oskaloosa.
I agree. Yeah. Xavier's just nodding his head saying, yep, that's right. So, technical on Foster. That'll be his first personal foul.
You know, with that miss right there, I think that, as the saying goes, ball don't lie.
First free throw, no good. Second free throw from Ledger, good. Ledger hits 1 of 2. 3 dunks in the game by Foster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes. 31 points for the big guy tonight. That's got to be a career high. I don't recall him scoring 30-plus at Oski. Hasn't needed to. I mean, he had Cole Henry and he had Ryan Yates, and he hasn't had to do that. But tonight, man, they just really have no answer for the X Factor. Almost had a steal there, which would have been a breakaway. And now they're going to get him for his second foul. Way out in the left wing.
I think that might be his first, actually. Because they called Colton for that other one.
No, it's the second. He just got that technical. Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yep. first defensive foul on Foster. It's going to send Whitney to the line. 55-36.
Xavier really affects the game in so many ways. We were talking about the mental aspect earlier with every time you drive to the hoop.
First free throw is good by Whitney.
If he can put points up like this, he's really going to impact the game this season for Oskaloosa.
Eleven three-pointers tonight by the Indians. And that was a three-point shot that Whitney was fouled on, so he gets 3 free throws. Hit the first, just missed the second, and now he has a third. But 11 threes today by the Indians. 6 of them for the X Factor.
Yeah, we need to spread the floor in order to get Xavier some open looks in the paint, and I think we've done a really good job of that tonight.
So Whitney hits 2 of 3. Oskaloosa gets the ball back with 1.3 seconds. They inbound, throw up a long shot, no good, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. But it's all Indians right now. 55-38, Oskaloosa leading it by 17 over Fairfield. In that third quarter, pretty even, 21-20. Oski with the 1-point edge there in the third quarter. But overall, an 18-point Oskaloosa lead. Hope you're enjoying the season opener tonight for the defending state champ Oskaloosa boys. And they enjoy a 17-point lead as we get ready for the fourth quarter coming up here on the Indians Network, presented by Craig Ford.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Wendell Campbell is there for you. Call 641-673-4462 today for the service you deserve.
You're sure to save big at Hy-Vee now that hundreds of items are on low price lockdown and price decline. Lockdown prices won't change unless they are lowered, and any item marked with a red arrow means you will save big. Come get deals on seasonal items already on your list at Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile.
My name is Amanda Seeley, and I've been coming to Dr. Schuster's office for 15 years now. I'm a mother of 3 little boys, and since having them, they've been coming to Dr. Schuster's office in Oski Dental. It's been really seamless. I expected a little few hiccups, but he just has this approach that they're very comfortable again. You're the best! We're going to shoot for being a lifelong patient.
Fourth quarter underway from Fairfield. Back in the Wood Iron Grill press box, along with Joe Glasgow. My name is Jamie Brockman. Oski with a 17-point lead heading into the fourth. Fairfield with the first possession here of the fourth quarter. Opening down the left side, and he drove down and then threw it too strong off the glass. Blake Holden, rebound Oskaloosa. Flaherty now with the basketball. Flaherty drives in the lane. To the rack and 2 for Flaherty. Holy cow, I tell you what, that kid covers a ton of space with 1 or 2 steps.
Pretty finish right there from Keaton.
19-point Oskaloosa lead. Ledger stopped by Van Veldhuizen, turns and kicks it out. Oh, nice zigzag pass through the lane there. Matthew Swanson finds Ledger for 2.
And it looks like a man press now. Oh, he lost him right there.
Will Schultz.
Oh, wow.
Blows by him to the rack, but Ledger doesn't give up and swats Schultz into the mat.
That was.
Oh, they called him for a foul.
That was aggressive.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah. Credit Ledger for not giving up on it there, but
that's for sure.
He must have got him on the arm. They called him for a second personal. Will Schultz to the free throw line says, "Hey, coach, I want to get in the scorebook," and he hits the first free throw.
I'm excited to see Will progress throughout the season, kind of like how he did on the football field. You know, he's just going to keep getting better and better this season, and I'm really excited to watch that.
Butler gets a breather. Foster back in. Second free throw good. Will Schultz hits them both. 59-40 Oskaloosa, 6:55 to go in the game. It's Will Schultz, Keaton Flaherty, Isaac Schultz, Noah Van Veldhuizen, and Xavier Foster on the floor right now for the Indians.
The seniors are playing a lot of minutes, which is I know Parker wanted them to.
7 players have scored tonight for Oskaloosa. 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Ledger, nice pass, or actually that was Swanson passing to Ledger down the baseline, no good. Now Ike Schultz gets in front of his defender all the way in for 2 for Isaac Schultz. He has 6 points on the night.
Xavier put up the touchdown touchdown signal when he threw that one. He's had a couple passes like that tonight.
6:10 to go in the game. 61-40. Oski with a 21-point lead. Largest of the game. Look at Ike Schultz all over his man defensively. And it results in a throwaway in the lane there as they had nowhere to go with it. Now Foster lost the ball as he came across half court.
He was looking to make a fancy pass to Isaac right there, and it looked like he just bobbled it right before he passed it.
Fairfield for three. Nope. Rebound, Will Schultz. Tell you what, every time Foster makes a mistake, the students let him know it. We're going to see that all year long. But I'll tell you this, if they're an Iowa State fan, they're not going to be doing that next year.
Yeah, you got to be liking what you're seeing if you're an Iowa State fan right now. 31 points, and especially the way he's shooting the ball. That's unreal.
5:15 to go in the game. Oskaloosa now setting up to run some offense. Foster flashes into the lane. Will Schultz looking to him, throws it right to the Fairfield player, and then Schultz commits a frustration foul right out of it. Only the first foul on Schultz.
Daryl Fain checks into the game for Oskaloosa.
First action tonight for Fain. So I believe is that the 8th player tonight?
Yeah, that's the 8th player in the rotation. It looks like I believe just from the looks tonight, we're going to see a lot of a 7-man rotation throughout the season.
Yep. Yeah, Fain would be the 8th guy, so he'll get some time here and there when there's some foul trouble and such. Very athletic individual there, Daryl Fain is.
We saw him against South Tama score a touchdown.
Yep.
60, I think it was like 60-some yarder.
Yep.
See a lot of football players out on the basketball court, which is a lot of familiar names.
So that was team foul number 7. I don't know why it took them so long to figure that out, but they finally say, oh, that's 7 fouls, and it's bonus time for Fairfield. Fairfield's only committed 3 fouls here in the second half. Front end of the 1-on-1, no good. Rebound, Flaherty. 5 minutes left to play here in Fairfield. 61-40, Oskaloosa leading by 21. On the Indians Network, presented by Craig Ford. Flaherty with the basketball, dribbles between the legs. Over to the right wing, directing traffic, lobs it to Foster. Double teamed on the baseline, tried to feed it in the lane to Fain, stolen away by Trojans. Nice pass down to the baseline.
Good idea.
Blocked by Foster, denied. Taken away by the Indians. Deep three, Flaherty, no, but he's fouled. 3 free throws coming up for Keaton Flaherty.
Yeah, not a good idea to take it up on Xavier in the paint.
I wish we had replays so we could look back at that last block there by Foster, but that was a beauty.
Yeah, I was hearing a lot of chatter about goaltending, but it looks pretty clean to me. I think he got it before it hit the glass.
I think every block near the rim Foster has this year, they're going to cry goaltend, but to the line shooting 3 is Keaton Flaherty, too strong on the first. Flaherty with 5 points. I've heard a lot about him leading into the season, and I like what I've seen so far.
Yeah, he shoots it really well, and he handles it really well for his size. He's pretty much a 6 foot, whatever he is, point guard.
Second free throw is good. He's got one more coming. 62-40. If he hits here, Oski will have their largest lead of the game. He does, and it's a 23-point Oskaloosa lead. Flaherty with 7 points now on the night.
I like the defensive intensity from Oskaloosa tonight, really getting up in their face.
4:15 to go in the lane. Got around Fain. Fain then did a good job of playing catch-up defense and altered the shot. No good. Rebound Oski. Long shot. Foster's no good.
Wow, he pulled up from half court right there.
Oh, that's a travel. Got away with that. Get a little sloppy out there now with a 23-point lead.
He pulled up from probably the deepest part of half court you can with that corner.
We're going to have a timeout called for. I think Fairfield took the timeout. So, yeah, I mean, you know, you've got a 23-point lead, so a shot like that isn't going to hurt you, but you certainly want to tell Xavier, hey, man, let's not be doing that.
I think we would have saw that on a lot of highlight reels had that fallen.
Well, he hit about a 30-footer earlier.
Yeah.
So 63-40. We're going to keep it here during the timeout. And this timeouts this season are brought to you by Mahaska Hearing Aid Center, Mahaska Hearing Aid Clinic. Take time out, get your hearing checked at Mahaska Hearing Aid Center. Mahaska Hearing. A Avenue in Oskaloosa.
We see Charlie North check into the game.
How about that? The sophomore getting some time on the court.
I'll tell you what, he plays with an intensity unmatched. He doesn't look like the biggest guy, but he will get almost every single rebound, I can guarantee you.
Oh, and they're going to call him on a reach-in. I thought that was good defense there, and he came up with a steal, but they call him on the reach. Charlie North picks up the foul. His first team foul, number 8. Still 1-on-1 bonus as Maxwell Wheaton will shoot the free throw. And he's good on the front end. He'll get another. He's got 3 points all at the free throw line tonight.
We haven't seen a whole lot of free throws in this game, surprisingly.
Second free throw good. Hits them both. Cuts into the Oski lead a bit as it's now down to 21 at 63-42. Fairfield bringing some bench players in. 3:45 left to play. Oski enjoying a 63-42 lead. On the floor for the Indians are Noah Van Veldhuizen, Will Schultz, Keaton Flaherty, Daryl Fain, and Charlie North.
I really like how Coach Parker's going the younger players right here.
Fain feeds it to Flaherty on the North rather on the baseline, and North was trying to get position to turn and make a shot, and he moved both feet. Can't do that. Travel.
Experience is going to be key for these younger players going into the home stretch of the season, because practice can prepare you for something, but in-game experience is really what you need to succeed.
3.5 minutes remain here in Fairfield. Oski with a 21-point lead, 63-42. Next up will be home and conference opener Friday night as Oskaloosa hosts Grinnell. Girl-boy doubleheader. We'll have both for you right here on the Indians Network. There's a tip and almost steal by North, but Fairfield able to maintain possession. Now they drive in left side. North on the defensive side picks up the foul. Well, you mentioned that Charlie North is aggressive, and he's only been in about a minute and a half here, and we've said his name numerous times already. So he's around the action.
He flies around the court, and like I said earlier, his ability to chase down rebounds is unmatched.
Second foul on North, team foul number 9. Still single bonus for Fairfield, and that is Carter Farrell at the line. He hits the first. So Friday night, Grinnell comes to town. We'll have our pregame at 6 o'clock. Girls tip-off 6:15, followed by the boys Friday night at home. Second free throw in and out. Rebound swatted out by Schultz, controlled by Fain. Now the Indians push the ball down the floor. Charlie North kicks it out to Flaherty. Nice ball fake, top of the key for Flaherty. Down the lane, finger roll won't go. Rebound Fairfield. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. 20-point Oskaloosa lead, 63-43. Largest lead has been 23. Nice crossover dribble there by Whitney, but then he loses it, taken away by Flaherty.
Really good ball handler, Flaherty is.
Oh, yeah, look at that dribbling. Behind the back, changing direction. Beautiful ball handling by Flaherty. Nice ball fake by Flaherty. Frees him up for 3. Another Penn Central Eye Clinic Dr. Jim El's 3-ball from Keaton Flaherty. Showcasing his ball handling and his shooting there, Joe.
Yeah, that ball fake, I was talking about it earlier. I don't think we've seen one as good since Spencer Tucker.
2:24 to go in the game, and Coach Parker is going to the bench. Carson Jensko is going to check in here out of this timeout. So Carson Jensko coming in, and David Nelson going to check in as well. They both went to the scorer's table. So coming on the floor, going to see Charlie North, Keaton Flaherty, Daryl Fain, Carson Jensko, David Nelson. The 5 on the floor for Oskaloosa as the starters' nights are done. And what a debut to the season for the top-ranked defending champion Indians. Long 3, no good by Fairfield. Rebound Daryl Fain. Fain kicks it down the floor. Here comes Charlie North. In the lane, up and good. Charlie North gets in the scorebook.
That's good to see right there. Charlie, a hard worker, gets paid off for running the floor.
67-43. Largest lead now for Oskaloosa, 24 points. Pass in the lane. We're going to have a foul on the Indians. It's going to be on Jensko. Also into the game for Oski now.
That's Waylon Bolaba.
Waylon Bolaba. Everybody getting a little floor time tonight for the Indians.
It's good to get this lead and able to get these young players some experience.
First free throw, no good. Second free throw rattles in. They're in the double bonus now. And Fairfield starting to clear their bench now as well. 1:54 left to play. Oskaloosa leading at 67-44. Bolaba brings the ball up court for the Indians. Feeds it to North. Jensko, now Nelson. Back to Bolaba. Jensko to North. North's going to be fouled from behind as he catches the entry pass.
Not in the bonus yet.
No, that's only their fifth team foul. They still have one more foul to give before free throws.
Little miscommunication right there.
Thank you. Thank you much. Thank you. Appreciate it. FFA alumni at Fairfield having a bake sale tonight and just brought us up some cookies. Thank you very much.
Not going to complain about that.
No. 1:30 to go in the game. Bench is cleared for both teams right now. And Oski's going to start out 1-0 on the season.
You know, first game last year was a close one with Fairfield. It's good to get a big win and start the season out with some confidence.
Layup no good off the glass. Carson Jensko snags the rebound. This is the future of Oski basketball you're seeing right here, folks. Daryl Fain driving down the lane, trying to get the scorebook. Nope. Rebound put back no good by Jensko. Fairfield comes away with it. 1 minute left to play. 67-43, Oskaloosa leading it. Should be 44, I think. I don't think they counted that last free throw.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'll go ahead and match the scoreboard. Take one off there for Fairfield. And add two as they just got a basket. 67-45. 35 seconds remain in this game. Jensko kicks it. Fain for three. No. Rebound Fairfield. 30 seconds to play.
And this might end it here. I'm not sure if they're going to take another. Oh, they are looking for another shot.
Well, some of these players on both sides right now, this may be their only chances to score this year. So, heck yeah, they're going to. Charlie North had a chance to drive in for a layup. Instead, kicks it out to Fain as Oskaloosa's calling the dogs off here, and they're just going to dribble it out the final 15 seconds. So that is going to end it. And your final score tonight from Fairfield. Number 1 ranked defending 3A champs, Oskaloosa, out to a 1-0 start as they win 67-45 over Oskaloosa. Joe, I appreciate you coming up and helping tonight after playing the JV game tonight. I think I'll see you again on Friday night.
Yeah, you should. I don't know for sure, but you should. All
right.
Thanks for having me tonight.
I appreciate your help. Thank you much, buddy.
All right, see you later.
That is Joe Glesko. He's a OVP student at Oskaloosa High School, joining us on the commentary tonight. Kyle Hoyt, Cameron Silvers, running the camera for us tonight on this doubleheader. So we appreciate all the OVP kids and their help tonight. Again, Joe Glesko on the commentary, and Kyle Hoyt and Camden Silvers running the camera for us this evening. Oski boys 1-0, 67-45 win over the Fairfield Trojans. Coming up on our postgame, we'll go through the stats and talk about some of the highlights. And we'll also have a postgame chat with Oskaloosa coach Ryan Parker and see how he feels leaving Fairfield tonight with a 22-point season opening win. 67-45 final score, and it's a split tonight in Fairfield as the Oski boys win, but the Fairfield girls won big in the opener tonight over Oskaloosa. Don't go away. Our postgame show is straight ahead. Again, we'll include a chat with Oskaloosa boys coach Ryan Parker coming up. Don't go away. This is the Indians Network presented by Craig Ford.
Hi, this is Michael, owner of the Wood Iron Grill in Oskaloosa on South 11th Street, your home for chef-inspired cuisine. From the delectable food that we serve to our gracious hospitality, the Wood Iron Grill provides a warm atmosphere with panoramic views of emerald fairways and rolling greenery. We're proud to call Oskaloosa home and proud to be awarded the best burger in the state. If you're looking for extraordinary flavor and impeccable service, it doesn't get any better than the Wood Iron Grill. Check out our events and special calendar online or on Facebook.
Stop out at STEM Garden Center and Nursery for all your outdoor needs. Stam Garden Center will have a fresh supply of a wide variety of fall annuals, perennials, shrubs, and trees to fit any budget. Autumn Acres will be open Saturday, September 21st, and be open each Friday evening and Saturday through October 26th. Autumn Acres has family fun for everyone, so stop out at Stam Garden Center and Nursery and experience autumn.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
At Clow Valve Company, being the premier place to work is part of our core vision, and this includes helping our local community be a premier place to live. Clow cares and is committed to creating a happier and healthier community. By volunteering in local events and fundraisers. By donating to nonprofit organizations. By leaving a better tomorrow than today. Clow is more.
We are Clow Valve.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Wendell Campbell is there for you. Call 641-673-4462 today for the service you deserve.
You're sure to save big at Hy-Vee now that hundreds of items are on low price lockdown and price decline. Lockdown prices won't change unless they are lowered, and any item marked with a red arrow means you will save big. Come get deals on seasonal items already on your list at Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile.
Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Oskaloosa Indians on the Indians Network.
I'm financial advisor Jennifer Main.
I'm financial advisor Austin Norris.
I'm financial advisor Amber Coffey.
I'm financial advisor Jason Rosenboom.
I am financial advisor Brandon Kane.
I'm financial advisor Michael Bush.
Call us today at 1-800-ED-JONES or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
And welcome back to the Wood Iron Grill press box here at Fairfield High School. Final score, a successful season opener for the defending state champ, top-ranked Oskaloosa boys, as they win 67-45 over the Fairfield Trojans, who go to 0-1 on the season. Oskaloosa starts 1-0. Again, next up will be the home and conference opener on Friday night when the Indians play host to Grinnell. Definitely want to thank all of our sponsors who have helped make our coverage possible during the football and volleyball season, fall sports season, now into the winter sports season. And they'll be with us all school year long. So there you see them on your screen. Make sure when you are out and about that you frequent those businesses and shop local, and let them know that you appreciate their support of Oskaloosa Athletics right here on the Indians Network, because we can't do it without them. Of course, the Indians Network is a partnership consisting of MCG, also Oskaloosa News, Thunder Country, KIIC, and we work in cooperation and partnership with the OVP class at Oskaloosa High School as well. And again, thanks to all the OVP students tonight who made the trip here to help. Joe Glasgow, the voice you heard on commentary in the boys game, and then running the cameras tonight, Camden Silvers and Kyle Hoyt did a fantastic job for us, as they usually do. Final score, Oskaloosa wins 67-45 over Fairfield to go to 1-0 on the season. And what a show tonight by our 7-footer Xavier Foster. I see Coach Parker making his way up, and I think we're going to get a chance to talk with the X-Factor, Xavier Foster, tonight as well here on our postgame. Looks like we'll talk to Coach Parker first, and then we'll talk to Xavier Foster. But 31 points tonight for Foster, 17 in the first half, 14 in the second half, 6 3-pointers by the big guy. Wow, what a way to start the season for a guy that has a lot of eyes on him around the state of Iowa. Of course, the senior committing to Iowa State a couple of weeks ago, and did not disappoint tonight. 31 points for Foster. Noah Van Veldhuizen had 11 points tonight, including 3 3-pointers. Isaac Schultz with 6. Will Schultz with 4. Colton Butler with 4. Charlie North with 2. David Nelson with 5. And Keaton Flaherty with 2 3-pointers, and a total of looks like 10 points for Keaton Flaherty. So that's your rundown on scoring tonight for the Indians. 67-45 final. Joined right now by Oskaloosa head coach Ryan Parker. Well, Coach, a lot of people were wondering where's our offense going to come from this year. I think we answered some of those questions tonight anyway. 31 points from Foster, but 12 3-pointers for your team tonight.
We got a crew that can really shoot it, and that's not Xavier. He had a good night tonight, and he's not going to have one of those nights every night. So, we have enough firepower around him that I feel pretty confident. Confident that when Zay doesn't have his night like tonight, that we can still beat good teams. And so we can't rely on everything on Zay, and you can't expect him to score 30 a night. So he's just feeling a little bit tonight.
Yeah. Well, you led 12-10 after one quarter, so it's a pretty tight first quarter. Probably expect something like that season opener as you got some new guys working together out there.
Yeah, I thought, you're starting a sophomore at the point guard. You're going to have some hiccups. I think we had 5 turnovers at halftime, and that's really good for a team that presses against us the entire first half. And I knew there'd be a little continuity. Isaac's played a bunch, and Noah's played a bunch, and Zay. But then you throw three sophomores in the mix or 4 sophomores in the mix, and you just never know when bright lights come on, what everybody's going to do. And really pleased with David Nelson. David Nelson was really good tonight, and he really can shoot it. And you'll see him come into his own throughout the season. Will was good. Will's learning on the fly as a point guard in one of the toughest conferences in the state, or maybe not the toughest conference in the state. And then Keaton, he's just really solid, heady basketball player with a good IQ, and really a good addition to our program.
Colton Butler, too, finally getting some playing time this year. And
he's won against the Towers the last 2 years. He should be prepared, right,
exactly.
with Cole and Xavier?
Yeah, he only had, 4 points tonight, but I thought he played very good defense, which is obviously important, too.
A lot of minutes, too.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many. He probably played 25-plus minutes tonight. And, and he's prepared for this time, and he's worked himself into this time, and he just doesn't do anything wrong. He does everything. He's in the right spot, and he gives everything he's got. So really proud of Colton sticking with it for 4 years and paying dividends.
So what do you take out of this game then that you need to improve?
Everything. I thought our half-court defense is great. We've held 5 straight teams going back to last year in below 50 points. And if you can do that in high school basketball, you can win a lot of games. So I think our half-court defense was really good. We'll continue to get better there. We haven't practiced a whole lot of zone or against junk, where they showed us early on against Zay. And so I think some of that stuff we have to get better at, because you're so worried about getting your stuff in and getting everything in for the first game that sometimes you don't put as much emphasis in, some of that junk offense and zone offense like you should.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned you were up 2 after one quarter, and then second quarter you really settled in, and that was the difference in this game. 22-8, you outscored them in the second quarter. Third and fourth quarter were pretty even, but that second quarter was a big quarter.
Yeah, I thought we raised our level. Our half-court defense is what did it for us. Got some turnovers, got some easy buckets, got some easy looks off of those turnovers, and when you do that and your half-court defense is good, like I said, you can beat a lot of teams.
All right, well, you got your conference opener, home opener on Friday night. Expect a huge crowd, and you got the Tigers of Grinnell coming in.
Yeah, and they're much improved. They really are. I just watched them They played South Tama last night, and they're just so much improved. They've had kids play for the last 3 or 4 years on the varsity level, and just experience, even though they haven't been very good the last couple of years, but they've gained and experience over those last couple.
All right, well, Coach, congratulations. Good season opener, and we'll see you Friday.
Thanks, Jamie.
That is Ryan Parker. He's the head boys coach at Oskaloosa as the Indians win tonight on the road to open the season 67-45 over Fairfield. And now we're joined by the X Factor, the 7-footer Iowa State commit, Xavier Foster. First of all, Xavier, a couple weeks ago you made the big announcement going to Iowa State for your future. And how much more relaxed does that make you now that that's all out of the way coming into the season?
It's just a really relaxing, really. The pressure from the fans, like you saw tonight, is always going to be there. They're always going to be chanting something. I knew that coming in, though, so it's just relief, really.
So when they do that, do you completely block it out? How do you not let that bother you?
Just being a kid, you kind of got to join in it and enjoy it. Like, you'll hear overrated, and I'll be in there clapping with them. It's expected coming in. So
had the Go Hawks chants going tonight.
Yeah.
So
I knew the IOWA. I was still doing it, but go Clones.
You bet. Well, let's talk about your game tonight, man. 31 points. I'm thinking that's a career high for you at Oskaloosa. 31 points, 17 in the first half, 14 in the second half, and man, you showcased everything tonight. You showcased down low, you showcased mid-range and long range, and even super long range.
We tried to, yeah, but for sure, we've been working on the consistency as shooting and, just being able to handle the ball on the off season.
So 31 points tonight. You had a few dunks. You had a couple block shots. Obviously, you're going to get a lot of attention this year from teams' defenses. But talk about your supporting cast tonight, and especially some of the new guys that are out there this year that weren't seeing so many minutes last year. I thought it was a really good flow tonight.
Yeah, there definitely was. And then the relationships that we're building just as a team is really fun, really, because every Wednesday we'll have group activities, like we'll have the team go bowling, or we're going, we're just a big family, so that's just really something cool that we do.
Absolutely. Well, you're 1-0 on the season, open up defense of the state title, and now get a couple days to go back and work. What are some things that you think can improve before we see Grinnell Friday?
Something that we really need to improve on, that I personally believe in, is our communication. We got some, I can't say quiet guards, but we got some people on the court who they'll call, we'll be talking, we just can't hear each other. So we got to work on being vocal and hearing each other, playing with a feel to the game, a flow, something like that. Just play together.
All right. Well, and I imagine there's going to be a few growing pains here as you get used to a new cast around you and so forth. And but I like what I saw tonight. I mean, I think we've got a good mix again, and I think we can make another run at a state title.
For sure, we most definitely do have a great mix. We had everything again. We have I don't know if I could say a much better defensive team, but a lot quicker team. So being able to turn the defense into an offense is just something that's really helpful.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of sophomores too,
yes.
Which is exciting, and you kind of know that pressure maybe that they feel. Of course, when you came in as a sophomore, you weren't trying to defend a state title with a target on your back, but talk about what it's like to come in and play at this level as a sophomore, like a lot of our players did tonight.
To come into this type of atmosphere as a sophomore is crazy. It's a big adjustment, especially some of them never played in varsity before. Just the atmosphere, and for one, the intensity of the other team, and finding their role it's hard, but it's something you got to do.
Absolutely. Well, Zay, congratulations on a great season opener, and look forward to seeing what you can do on Friday night against the Tigers.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, that is the X Factor, Xavier Foster, joining us here in the Wood Iron Grill press box on our post game. So again, 67-45 final, successful start to the year for Oskaloosa, 22-point win, and other than a tight first quarter, it was all Indians. They outscored Fairfield 22-8 in the second quarter. Third quarter was pretty even, 21-20, Oski favored, and then that fourth quarter outscore them 22-17 to get this 22-point win. 12 three-pointers as a team tonight. Everybody contributing, and 31 points for the big guy. Just a great night tonight, and I can't wait to see him in action again on Friday. It's the home opener and the conference opener, so come out and support him. Let's pack that gym on Friday night and come to show our defending state champions how excited we are to see him here in the 2019-2020 seasons. I want to thank again our OVP students helping tonight, Joe Glasgow on commentary in the boys game, our camera operators tonight, Kyle Hoyt and Camden Silvers from OVP. Thanks to both of them for making the trips here and running the camera. We appreciate that. Thanks to all of our sponsors. We can't do it without them. And, of course, thanks to all of our partners here on the Indians Network, MCG, Thunder Country KIIC, and Oskaloosa News. For all of us, my name is Jamie Brockman. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you Friday night, home opener, as Grinnell comes to town. We'll have the pregame at 6 o'clock, girls tip at 6:15, followed by the boys right here on the Indians Network. Until then, good night, everybody from Fairfield. Indians 1-0, 67-45 tonight. They win at Fairfield.